Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this video on an amazing chess game played by the chess computer Komodo Dragon. The setting for this game is the TCEC Season 21 FRC4 Final League. Some of you may not know this, but there actually are tournaments in chess that are played by chess engines and computers. Komodo Dragon's opponent was Scorpio NN, spelt with two N's. This is another strong chess computer that is at similar level to Komodo Dragon. In this game, the computers were made to play Fischer random, where the first and last ranks' pieces are shuffled, but still obeying rules like the rooks need to be next to the king and the bishops need to be on the opposite color. So sit back, relax, and trust me, if you stick around to the end, you will be greatly rewarded. The eval will be on the top. Let's begin with c4. Apparently the move e5 was already inaccurate, but it's very hard to be correct in the opening phase of the game. Anyway, the minor pieces are quickly developed. But trust me, the craziness is about to begin. What's crazy is that Stockfish thinks that white already has an advantage. However, it is very hard to capitalize upon it. Komodo Dragon trades, and if I were to ask you what would you play in this position, you would say move the knight. But Komodo Dragon finds brilliant. Move number 1. Queen b1. The knight is now protected by the fork on g6, so Scorpion doesn't take the knight and moves his knight. The knight then grabs a pawn, but nevertheless, white is better here. At this point, both sides improve their position as white will soon start an attack. The next following moves now set up a move so heinous that will blow your mind. Komodo Dragon now rotates his queen. The knight jumps in and Komodo Dragon kicks out the knight, or does he, and sacrifices the rook. Keep in mind that this is the second brilliant move, but the fun has only just begun with much more to go. After recapturing, Komodo Dragon sacrifices his bishop, which Scorpion does not take, moving his king forwards, but this brings us to the next brilliant move, sacrificing the knight. The position is now so bad that black doesn't even take, desperately trying to move away his king from danger. White, though, keeps pushing with a long sequence of only moves, continuing the attack and ignoring the knight completely, leaving it to be sacrificed many times. Eventually, though, black takes because what else is Scorpion going to do? Komodo Dragon once again finds the only move, which is targeting the rook. Black blocks, and shortly after, as if sacrificing all of that material wasn't enough, Komodo Dragon sacrificed the rook. Black takes. What else can you do? Shortly after, though, Komodo Dragon justifies his sacrifice by winning the queen. However, the battle is not even close to being over. Komodo Dragon pushes his pawn, getting a step closer to promotion. So does Scorpion, also pushing his pawn. As both sides move their pieces, it is clear that white is getting much closer to promotion, but cannot rush as the game will be lost. As the computers play their moves, the question that arises is how will white promote their pawns? By this point, promotion is not very distant, with two pawns ready to strike the end of the board as soon as they can. Komodo Dragon sacrifices another piece, the bishop. Now there are 3 pawns ready to promote, and the only other piece left was the queen who survived after all of those sacrifices. Keep in mind all the pieces that black has and the pawn that also is ready to promote at any time as well. What's hilarious is that after white finally promotes, Komodo Dragon just sacrifices that same queen a move later, only to promote another. Scorpion now promotes and white finds the only move to sustain the massive advantage that they have. With Queen d5 played, the game is soon going to be over, but white cannot make any mistakes. Fast forward a couple of moves, there are now 4 queens on the board. After check, Komodo Dragon needs to find the only move that will not lead them to be mated, even though white has 3 queens. The white king is now being hunted, but keep in mind that the advantage is +5. So if white plays this accordingly, white will win. But now, Komodo Dragon forks the king and rook, and now there is no way for Scorpion to win. In this position, you would resign, but bots play games till checkmate, and that's exactly what happens. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you want to play games like these, make sure to subscribe.